So I always ask on my Instagram page for people to message me with questions and anything they want me to use for future video blogs. And I thought that I would take this opportunity to answer a few questions that I've been getting. So, question 1, how do you not let criticism get you down if it's true? The thing about criticism is it's probably never going to feel good. It doesn't feel good to hear that you're doing things not the best that you could be, or maybe that you hurt someone's feelings. But the thing about letdown is, I think if you take that criticism and it hurts you, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because pain is just an indicator that things need to change. So if we're going down a pathway, or we're dealing with a certain thing that's not making us feel good, that's just our body's way of telling us that we need to redirect our energy and do something different in that situation. So that discomfort that you're experiencing is just telling you that, hey, maybe that was true, and maybe there's something I could be doing about it to improve, and so I can feel better in this topic. So getting let down isn't necessarily a bad thing. The problem is you don't want to stay there. You don't want to get disappointed and get down in the dumps and stay there, because in that state you're never going to be able to make the improvements you need or want to make. If someone's saying something to you and it hurts your feelings, it's so easy to feel disappointed, but rather than that, look at it with some excitement. Like, this is something that's popped up in your life that you can improve on, and that's exciting because you're going to be a better person for it. So it's just a matter of getting comfortable with discomfort, pushing through the pain, and analyzing it when you kind of separate your emotions from the situation. So analyze it, figure out what the course of action is or could be, and go for it. Make some improvements, and yeah, it's all good. We're not perfect. And that disappointment is going to come if you're trying to be perfect and someone tells you that you're imperfect. So it's like, just own it, and it is what it is. And if you choose to, you can make some big changes. So the second question is, how can I maintain happiness when everything around me is going sideways? And I did a video blog a while back called Happiness is an Inside Job. And basically what the story of that is understanding that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances. And I know that we can have little peaks, when we have an achievement or we get something new and exciting or things are going well. For sure, it's easy to absorb happiness from those situations. But that happiness is never sustainable, because happiness comes from within. And happiness is but a choice we make sometimes. So there's people who are suffering worse than we could ever imagine, and they can still choose happiness in that moment if they chose to. If they really wanted to commit to living a really happy, fulfilling life. When things aren't going well in your life, get grateful. Find things that you can be grateful for in that moment, and realize that it's just a choice. So when you're focusing on things you're grateful for, those things are going to multiply. And it's just shifting that focus to the more positive things in your life and redirecting that energy, because where focus goes, energy flows. So focus on the positives, your energy is going to go into those positives, and those things are going to be the things that grow. If there's things you can change in your life that are negative, for sure, change them, but also recognize the things that you can't control, which is most of the things in our life, unfortunately. So there's always one thing we can control, and that's our perception. So be grateful, not hateful, and choose happiness, especially when life isn't going exactly the way that you planned, because hey, maybe there's a way better plan going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about yet.
For a free copy of my ebook, Holy Grail Goal Setting, click down below. And while you're there, you might as well check out Confessions of an Ex-Hot Mess, 10 Steps to De-Stress and Feel Your Best. I think you're going to love it. If you like this week's vlog, you should definitely click up here and check out last week's vlog. While you're at it, click over here and subscribe.